Welcome into the Northwest Bank Studios for Cyclone Fanatic postgame, brought to you by Karl Auto Group. Iowa State 95, Syracuse 64. I am Jake Brend, joined by Chris Williams. That was easy, C-Dub.
Well, I haven't looked at the box score the whole game. I've got family over for the holiday, and my kids are at home, and I'm just trying to just get everything. And so I haven't been sitting at the box score like I normally do. And I'm kind of looking at it for the first time. Iowa State.
Oh, I've been looking at it.
Holy mackerel. 22 of 31 in the second half. I mean,
they were 18 of 21 at one point before the game was way over.
This poor Syracuse team. I mean, just a complete and total Thanksgiving ass whooping the Cyclones just gave this team. My God.
Want to hear my favorite stat? In the second half.
I'd love to, Brend.
In the second half, Syracuse had 10 made field goals in 10 turnovers. No wonder Iowa State won the second half 60-30. Absolute dominance here on Cyclone Fanatic postgame. Let's roll the open. We'll be back after that.
%of all the new cars sold in Iowa come from the Karl Auto Group. Our neighbors trust us to have the largest selection and the highest standards. To our current customers, thank you. And to our future customers, see for yourself why Karl drives Iowa.
Your dealer for life, it's the Karl way.
Keen Project Solutions, a modern engineering and construction firm, embracing technology, establishing industry-leading systems and processes, and delivering reliable results to our customers. At Keen, we are passionate about inspiring our team and our customers to achieve great things, offering the highest quality services in commercial construction to deliver turnkey projects. Our core beliefs drive us forward. Protect people, build relationships, drive innovation, and focus on end goals, bringing our customers' desired results to life. See how Keen can work for you at thinkthinkeen.com.
We're here in the Northwest Bank Studios for Cyclone Fanatic postgame, brought to you by Karl Auto Group. I mean, is there a better present to have under the tree than a new car from Karl Auto Group if you're looking to spoil a loved one?
Say a 7-0 Cyclone team in top 10 in the country, but a new truck would be nice.
A new truck under the tree would be nice. So's a 24 bomb from Milan Momcilovic. Killian Torre gliding, the flying Frenchman. And then Joshua Jefferson probably would add a triple-double if this game wasn't such a butt-kicking.
Yeah,
what a game.
And it's funny because, you go to headlines from today's game, and, of course, you look at 6 threes for Momcilovic, and Torre is the one who everybody's going to be talking about, and rightfully so. Joshua Jefferson just, quietly with 10 assists on 13 points, 6 rebounds, and is really having an all-American, first-team All-American start to the season. And we have to get to the Torre conversation. We hit it a little bit in pregame, but one of my buddies, we're on a little text group, and best Iowa State freshman since, and the list is pretty small. You got Wes Johnson we came up with.
Stinson.
Yeah, Stinson was good, but, Kurt would be on there. Good point.
Halliburton.
Yeah, but, in Halliburton.
In different ways.
Yeah, and, it wasn't this early. And he had, little flashes, early on, and then Wigginton, but, Tyrese still felt kind of like a project, I thought, at that time. You knew he had the talent, but you didn't necessarily know until probably
mid-January.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
This is just so in your face obvious that this dude is different. We don't get guys like this very much at Iowa State.
No, and what's so awesome about it so far, he's played his best games against the best teams. His best games this season have been against Creighton, against Syracuse, against Mississippi State. Played pretty well in limited minutes on Monday against St. John's. he is so far ahead of this schedule, and that is putting this team ahead of schedule. 18 points, 6 assists for Torrey, was 7 of 9 from the field. Sorry, he finished with 19 points. No need to disrespect the Frenchman. 2 of 3 from deep, 3 of 3 from the line. That is just one heck of a day for the freshman.
If I would have told you on Sunday, Taman Lipsey's going to go down, Iowa State's got to play 2 games without him, there's no way anybody would have projected 3-0 with the point differential without Lipsey averaging at about 25 points.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who you're playing in the tournament either. Like, everybody knows, like, Creighton's not great. Who knows what Syracuse is going to be. But these are high major teams that are well-funded. And Iowa State just absolutely emasculated them.
They made Syracuse quit. That steal that Torrey had in the corner with like 5 minutes left and threw it up court to Jefferson for the dunk, Syracuse was legitimately walking back down the court. That was a Otzelberger masterclass to make them quit. And this game was in doubt. Rob Gray texted me after half, and he just said, this has kind of a weird feeling, doesn't it? And I had it too.
Oh, yeah. It felt sleepy, didn't it?
It felt sleepy. Iowa State kind of looked tired the first half. They'd played 2 physical games back-to-back, playing without Lipsey. Syracuse shot, this is what I liked about it. They shot 8 of 17 from 3 in the first half. That is above, they're averaging 6 makes a game this season. So they were not only shooting a better percentage, they had already made more threes. They didn't make a single 3 in the first half. And a lot of that is just Iowa State wearing, in the second half. And a lot of that is just Iowa State wearing them down, forced more turnovers, and really took their will on both ends of the floor.
The other, what did it end up at? Yeah, points in the paint. Did you see that stat? 52 to 28.
So what I was going to do is I'm going to go look at the one yesterday because I know that I brought this up after the Creighton game also. Against the Creighton game, 52 to 20. So almost identical domination of points in the paint, and that's a Syracuse team that's got a lot of rim protection.
Well, and it also, so a lot of those come from Torrey getting to the rim because he does that really well. And then, we should really recognize Blake Buchanan again. Right.
What a tournament.
I mean, if you don't feel good about what you got in this kid right now, today he's 12 and 5. Yesterday he was a 1 rebound away from a double-double. And that's after, first half against a really big and athletic St. John's team where you maybe not feeling great about him. He looked a little bit antsy, I thought, in that first half, kind of out of place with the rest of the offense. And then he almost wins you the game, Jake. In the last 5 minutes of that game, makes a couple of huge plays to secure extra possessions.
We came on here and said that. We came on here and said Buchanan won him the game. Milan said the same thing on Monday. He said, we don't win that game without Blake Buchanan. And whatever he found when he came back in with 4 fouls, maybe those 4 fouls were a blessing in disguise on Monday because he maybe discovered more so how to guard without fouling because he only got 1 more. He was done. He's found something because he has been so good on both ends of the floor. He's cleaning up the offensive glass. He's finishing. He had 3 steals today. Just really, really good minutes from the 5-man, and that's super encouraging for Iowa State going forward. Did you hear what Aiden called him yesterday?
No. I was hustling to the airport. I didn't get to watch.
No, you're good. He is the LeBron James of Robert Jones.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have come up with.
Yeah, good job, it's Aiden. Genius. Should we give out our preferred pest control?
Oh, the pest of the game.
Pest of the game.
I love the preferred pest control pest of the game. I feel like it's some of our best marketing that we've ever done.
Torrey won it yesterday. Buchanan won it on Monday. Who are you going with today, C-Dub? I think I've got my answer.
Pest of the game. You know what? I think I think I know where like the obvious would go. I'm gonna give it to a guy who I generally don't think of as a pest. I'll let you do one too, but Joshua Jefferson was a pest today.
Okay.
He had a lot of in the like deflections and transition. I actually said this to my dad. Kind of cool. Get to watch the game with my dad. He's up here for things.
We love Mike.
Yeah, he's on fire during that game. And here's the thing about Joshua. He likes to be called. He doesn't have like he's not as animated as a lot of guys. And it almost comes off, I'm not calling him this, but I'm saying if you didn't know, it comes off like he's lazy sometimes because he's so chill. It's a little bit like he's got a little bit of Melvin Edgem to him in that sense. Like he just is not and he made a lot of deflections today. I would say he affected Iowa State defensively considerably today. So I'm going to give it to him because he should have had that triple-double. And he's my preferred pest control pest of the day. Who would you go with?
That's a good choice. I'm going with Dominicas Plata.
Yeah, that's who damn it, that was going to be my other choice. We were on the same wavelength here, but yeah.
So Killian Torrey is not the only one who had a pick six today.
Yep.
Plata had probably my favorite play of the game with the steal at half court, the little Euro step into the finish. That was beautiful. Plata, this is more of an all-tournament award. His rebounding stats weren't as good today. Just one rebound. It was an offensive rebound. But I feel like he made 3 or 4 rebounds this tournament that really changed momentum of the games. I think Plata has really given this team minutes. It's worth noting Mulder didn't come in until garbage time. It seems like Plata has really taken over that backup five
I made
role.
that comment to a friend watching the game yesterday, and this was kind of the plan all along. It's nothing against Mulder, but Mulder was kind of going to be the Brant Chatfield.
Well, and he's got a year left.
Yeah.
In Plata, you've got 4 years to grow this guy.
The other thing that I had heard about Plata was that when he came in late and didn't have the gas in the tank cardio-wise to play Iowa State defense for as long, and that's just the thing. That's why Otzelberger is obsessed with getting these guys in June. And I think you're seeing Plata now. All of a sudden, he's kind of caught up to everybody else as far as that. He's not probably as good offensively as I thought he would be at this point, but he's a baby still. You know?
What I've liked from him so far, he's been in the right spots. He's making a lot of right cuts. And today
active
finishes
hands too,
with 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field. He had two assists also. It seems to me like, especially him and Killian Torrey have really good chemistry together. I know when I talked to Torrey at Media Day, he said that him and Plata had been hanging out a lot because they're both going through the same thing. They're both international prospects adjusting to college ball. And I could kind of sense that chemistry. I also feel like Milan Momcilovic deserves a shout out. He had a pick six also. First career dunk for Milan. Good for him. Glad he didn't get hurt. He almost fell over when that happened, but man, a lot of pests out there.
You're gonna love that 30-point win though.
Well, we got an update from Jackson Pence, our Ken Palm correspondent.
Yeah.
He said eggplant emoji.
Yeah, love that.
Iowa State is now 5th in the country. In Ken Palm, they were 6th heading into today, but here's where the real eggplant comes in. Up 7 spots in offensive rating from 19 to 12. That's a massive jump. Defense goes from 6 up to 5.
And again, though, we have to keep going back to this is without Taman Lipsey.
Yeah.
So this is very encouraging, and you're kind of looking ahead now, and it's just like, all right, let's go into West Lafayette. Let's have a little. You can't go to that one, can you?
I can't. You're gonna kill me. I've got a wedding.
How many freaking weddings do you have?
All of them but my own, C-Dub. All of them but my own. This has been, I think, my 3rd wedding since I started at CF. Then
What's the old Shooter McGavin? Well, you're fired.
Well, our esteemed producer, Aiden Wyatt, is going to make that count. Go up in a year or two.
Yeah, but that son of a gun's going to get married in the spring. He ain't going to do it during.
Yeah. Gosh, I got a text from a buddy just before we started. We're going out for some pizza and beers tonight in the hometown.
Of course you are. All you kids, you just go out and get hammered on this night.
All in the hometown of Indianola, Iowa, and he's a big Cyclone fan. We're the only two Cyclones that I really knew in elementary school. So we've been through it all together. And he said he's gonna start talking irresponsibly tonight.
Yes.
And I'm like, bring it on.
It looks like a Final Four team.
If you want to be irresponsible, you have permission. Because Iowa State just won what I deemed a must-win game before. But one way where you shouldn't be irresponsible?
With your financial services.
With your money. Big thank you to Natuzel Financial Services of Raymond James, Clay Natuzel, and his sons Chase and Clay. Sorry, not Chase and Clay. Chase and Cody.
Why is it so hard for you people to do the Natuzel read?
I think I misread the email.
It's Clay, it's Chase,
and Cody.
It's Cody. You put 3 Natuzels together, and what do you get? You get a championship financial services group from our friends at Raymond James.
And they're all Cyclones.
They're diehard Cyclones. They're actually nuts.
So if
they're
you'd
like the Jackson Pence of financial services with the Cyclones.
If you'd like to use their financial services, you can reach out to them. Natuzel Financial Services of Raymond James by searching online. That is spelled Netusil. We appreciate their support. Could not do it without them.
Real quick,
sorry,
how close are you to this friend?
Extremely close.
I'm just saying that, what if this is like Iowa State's special year and like you've got this opportunity?
Oh, this wedding. Oh.
I just feel like this is an opportunity it's like, hey, I didn't think Cyclones would be undefeated, yada, yada, yada. The old boss man's putting a lot of pressure on me publicly. The Cyclones need a special daily clone from West Lafayette. The
problem was I kind of had this mindset where I said, okay, the Cyclones are in the Big 12 championship for football. This is an absolute, I got to skip the wedding. And when that didn't happen, it's like, well,
they ain't going to be in the Big 12 championship, but they're playing a pretty big groups game. It's okay. It's okay. I understand.
Family, you guys see what I go through? You guys see what I go through every day?
There's worse ways. Your boss be like, hey, I'll give you a free trip to West Lafayette to go and watch it,
It's better than, hey, I need you to stay to 6 o'clock today to put together that report on blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, this is the fun stuff. Anybody can do our job like right now. It's when it starts to suck is when it gets tough. This is good.
No,
I'm just giving
me.
you crap. Go to your friend's wedding. I would tell you to go to your friend's wedding. I'm just giving you crap.
You know me. It'll be like I have bugs under my skin.
Real quick, because I know a lot of people are going to be listening to this as they travel. A Lipsy pseudo update. Now, we're not on the ground there. I do think that the sound I'm hearing is that it'll be a try and get them ready for Purdue. And, like
9 days, 10 days away.
Yeah. There was so much of he was crying. It looked like season ender. Like I always joke coaches lie all the time. I don't think the Otzelberger stuff of day to day is a lie here. I think that's truly where.
Well, Otzelberger, outside of the Keyshawn Gilbert situation, which for that he genuinely didn't know, to me, he always feels transparent about injuries.
Yeah. So my point is I've had a lot of people still like after today's game, like are sending me messages. And I just thought that's what I've like kind of heard. And the other thing, these groin injuries are just kind of finicky too. It's like I'm more concerned about it lingering in the winter than I am like the Purdue game. That's more my thing. Like what I don't want to do is rush him back and then have him keep tweaking it, and then this is just a thing all February and March again.
That's the balance. And personally, when this happened on Monday, I still thought this team was going to be really good. I still thought that they had the potential to be really good. But what I've seen from them the last 2 days, maybe before that I'm like, you're not going to win at Purdue, most likely. You've got a 10, 20% chance of winning that game. I still don't think they'll win that game, but the percentage goes a little bit up. And knowing Taman the way we know Taman, it's going to be really hard for him.
Well, just for what it's worth, today's results changed the point spread of that game by about 3 points.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be probably 4.5.
Right now, Purdue is a 5-point favorite.
Yeah, right.
Just for what it's worth, next game after that, Iowa on the 11th. Iowa State is a 10-point favorite at home.
It's easy to look at those two games and say, wow, it'd be so cool to go into Purdue and do that. But at the same time, if he's not, this isn't something you rush back for. A game on the road against the number one team in the country. It's one that doesn't hurt you if you lose. But if he's at 85%, he's going to go. And nobody's going to stop him from doing that because it's Taman Lipsy and he loves the Cyclones.
Yeah, and he does. And it's also, this is why you play the games. This is why you compete. You have this great opportunity to go into an awesome environment. And we don't get cool non-conference games on campus very often either.
Yeah.
So it's try and play. But again, that's what I was worried about on Monday when it happened. It's just like, shit, I could see this being a thing all year, And the good thing is it doesn't sound and who knows, again, a groin is kind of like a hamstring for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could tweak that thing at any point, but if there's anyone who could play through these things, it's Taman.
Exactly.
It's what he's done for 4 years at this institution. But I'm confident that they are going through it the same way. Like they know his value and where he needs to be in March. Now the good thing is how he's being used differently this year because of Torre's, emergence. And you even see that today. Really interesting stuff when Torre's out there and there's really no other guard, and Jefferson's walking the ball up the floor with Torre moved over to the 2.
Right.
That's sexy. That will play an emoji for you when you watch Jefferson walk the ball up the floor like that. Because I said that to my buddy though on Monday. I'm like, they're playing like an NBA team right now. That looked like an NBA type of game on Monday.
Well,
those two teams. You
mentioned earlier the Jefferson looking almost so nonchalant that it can sometimes seem like laziness. And the way I put it while watching it with my buddy today was Jefferson looks so uncoordinated while being so extremely coordinated.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
It always feels like, oh man, he had to go way too far down to get that dribble, and he's under control and then throws a no-look pass. It's like my favorite basketball player of all time, Nikola Jokic, and obviously in a much, much lesser role.
Did you ever watch Rodman play?
Dennis Rodman?
I don't know how you could be a Jokic guy if you ever watched Rodman play.
Different. Dennis Rodman is the LeBron James of Dustin Hogues.
You can always tell a lot about a human's personality too, but it's who are the guys you like? Not in a bad thing. I'm not saying Jokic is bad. It's just
well, Dustin Hogue is maybe my favorite Cyclone of all time.
Junkyard Dog, Dustin Hogue, man.
He
was in that classic BYU game from 13. By the way, I caught up with, hung out with Matt Abdel-Masih from St. John's.
I thought you were going to say KJ Bluford.
No, I wish. Had a great long conversation with Matt about the old days, and we were talking about that BYU game, and he gave me some good stuff from it, but because we talked about it in our book podcast a couple weeks ago. Looking back on those times, man, favorite basketball players of all time, Jared Holman, Dennis Rodman, Allen Iverson, Killian Torrey.
It's a pretty dang good list right there. We just got this stat from Josh Betts on Sports.
Oh, Betts on Sports, the man.
Great. Oh, it's in the comments too. I saw it on Twitter. So Jefferson becomes the 26th Big 12 player in the last 30 seasons to have 10 assists or more and 0 turnovers in a game. Monte Morris is on that list 6 times. So the list is made up almost a quarter of Monte Morris, which is not shocking at all. Tyrese Halliburton is also on that list for a game. So pretty good company there for Joshua Jefferson doing what he did in his homecoming.
He's just one of those guys where he's so talented and his body's so good that it looks so effortless, and it makes him look like he's just kind of like loafing out there, but he doesn't have to work as hard as everybody else to make those special plays. Good stuff.
Thanks to Keen Project Solutions as well.
Absolutely.
If you're an engineer in the Midwest, Keen Project Solutions is growing and hiring engineers and project managers for their Ankeny and Kansas City offices. Join their team that values your dedication, fuels your career growth, and turns your expertise into impactful solutions. Visit thinkdifferent.thinkkeen.com to apply. I think this is a pretty good post-game show. Did we mention that Milan Momcilovic had 24 points, and we barely even talked about it? That's how much of an eggplant game it was out of Killian Torrey and Joshua Jefferson, that Milan's 24-point game with a dunk and 6 threes kind of goes under the rug, which is a good spot to be.
2 games in a row, though, in Las Vegas against that field where it's just boring at the end in the best kind of way.
I can't even imagine. I mean, TJ's press conference is going to be, we stuck to our daily habits and all that, but I can't imagine how good he's feeling behind closed doors.
Well, and Andrew makes a point. He's watching us on Cyclone Fanatic YouTube about how deep the team is, and it's that's why they're playing a deeper rotation. Otts didn't just like change his philosophy or anything like that. It's just they got the guys, and what's good about this is when you look at the rotation and you try and think like, well, where would they narrow this thing down if they needed to? And, the guy I'm kind of like looking at, like he's like, where does he fit is Nelson.
Yeah.
And 12 points, really effective second half, had some nice transit. Like all these guys kind of belong out there. It looks like at this point, which is great. And we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it seems like Otzelberger's kind of shrunk the rotation from 10 to 9 as of now, but he still trusts Mulder. Like Mulder played game 1 of Vegas, so
Mulder's going to be, listen.
There's going to be times where Buchanan.
Foul trouble.
Yeah.
Throw him in there. Like that's going to be his role. And that's just fine. You need dudes like that. So what happens next? Got a couple of these bye games. No, one bye game.
Alcorn State on Wednesday.
The home of Steve McNair, Air McNair.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. The Tennessee Titan? Correct.
Steve McNair played D2 football at Alcorn State and was a Heisman candidate. Or they were D2 or FCS, one of the two.
Can you win a Heisman?
He was
like
he was in the running for it.
Mark Gronowski could never at an FCS school. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, but I remember it being like a real thing. That's what Alcorn State is just known for. Is
Steve McNair's worst nightmare is Killian Torrey, guarding him full court.
Yes, sir.
He finished 3rd in 1994.
Is that the Troy Davis?
That
year?
is production.
Or was Davis 90?
Davis was 95.
95,
Danny
okay.
Werfel.
So they were Division I AA.
Yeah, so that's what FCS used to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so not D2.
Well,
But yeah, that would have been like South Dakota State.
poor Alcorn State. They're going to get the Cyclones with a week off.
That
They're
was
gonna
like
have some things to work out.
That was such an amazing era of college football, though, because like Marshall Falk was at San Diego State. Randy Moss was at Marshall. We had all these freaks that would just be at these small schools because they had, like Moss's deal, like he should have been at other places, but he had just like gotten in trouble enough times where he couldn't get a bigger scholarship, and they could still find their way into the Heisman conversation. Now that would never happen.
It's a shame. So one last thing, and then we'll go. I know you got to go do 2 guys.
Yeah, he can wait on me.
We're not coaches, and we're not going to have to go to the film room and tell these guys what they did wrong. How do you go to the team and tell them you guys have to do better at this. And I guess what are those areas when you look at this 3-game stretch in a vacuum?
Man, I mean, you got to be really nitpicky, but like to me, it would be the defensive glass. Like you really let St. John's be all over you early in that basketball game, and I thought the second one, today you made a great. The first half was the 3-point line, really, but a lot of it, it's like they play. It is such a joy to watch. I have nieces and a nephew who play high school ball. And they get so sick and tired of me, especially my nephew. I'm sure he's a Killian Torrey fanatic, by the way. But like when you watch Iowa State defend, most players of any level don't know how to work that hard. Like if you're a high school player out there or a middle school kid and you're trying to make your team, you're trying to like watch how hard they rotate on defense. Watch how hard they fight through screens and close out. It's so watch Iowa State do it, and then watch like an average team.
Watch Syracuse walk up the floor after a turnover.
They play so hard, and so a lot of the times, like I thought in the first half, they just lost it. It was Syracuse making an extra pass, and then our guy just couldn't quite get there in time is what it felt like.
It's the by design.
Yes.
Yes. When you make a defensive identity or a defensive scheme, you're going to give something up. You just have to.
Absolutely.
You can't take away everything. And what Iowa State does by turning teams over so much, they do it by trapping. And the way that you can beat a trap is to make a good pass, skip, and then everyone's got to scramble, rotate.
Which I thought Syracuse did really well in the first half.
Did really well. One more note from Aiden Wyatt. TJ Otzelberger passes Larry Eustace in all-time wins at Iowa State. That's a dang cool stat right there. And did it in less than 4.5 years.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
Yeah, so again, if I had to nitpick, it would be...
It sounded like you said nothing.
Well, it would be...
You'd be kind of right.
The defensive glass against... But then, they just dominated these other two teams so much where it's...
Well, and they won the game on the glass against St. John's in the end, so it's
correct.
They already corrected it.
Correct. But and it's hard because this was really the first competition we've seen. Now, the Mississippi State game...
Hasn't aged. Yeah, hasn't aged too well.
Yeah. So it's like... I don't know.
They've hurt Ken Palm more than anybody.
I'm not really, especially when you get Lipsy back, your rebounding for guards should be really good. It's more on those bigs, but God, they don't seem to have a problem right now. And the other thing that I love about this team is that, Torre going 2 of 3 from 3. I don't expect that every game, but damn.
His first multi-3-point game as a college player. He's hit at least one, I believe, in every game but one. So he's not a knockdown shooter, but he's doing just enough right now to keep shooters honest. And if he mixes in a 2 of 3 game every now and then, watch out. That's going to make teams have to guard him out on the perimeter even more, and we've already seen what he can do off the bounce getting to the rim.
Well,
Raging Cloner here on Cyclone Fanatic postgame.
That's a good postgame.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for all the support here on CF this week. I'll have the Daily Clone up a little bit later this afternoon. We'll hear what TJ Otzelberger and a couple of the players had to say about the win. This has been Cyclone Fanatic postgame brought to you by Karl Auto in the Northwest Bank Studios.